some of the few graduated people we have, or not college students we have on the show. Do you guys feel like you were like the elderly coming to show
Yes.
us children?
Yeah.
I was
Very
trying
nice.
to find this podcast studio, and Sierra and Quinn would not answer their phones. I'm just like, I hope somebody doesn't come up to me and just be like, what are you doing here?
What are you doing,
Like,
creep?
who are you? Yeah, I felt like creepy old guy.
Sir, I think you took a wrong turn at the nursing home. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
No, but for real.
Like, are you a
Love
professor here?
Bro, I think you taught my economics class. No, I'm kidding.
We
I'm
feed
kidding.
off of you guys' energy, so it's fine.
I really don't see you guys, like, I really feel like I could find 20-year-old college students who look just like you guys. Like, you guys,
Perfect.
I feel like if you guys told me you were college students, I would believe you.
We're pretty fit, you know. We're in pretty good shape as a band.
Yeah.
We all work out.
You guys are very youthful.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The music keeps us young.
Right. That's fair. So do you guys interact with a lot of college bands? I'm, like, kind of curious about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good question. We're trying to find more, and we love playing in like college towns.
Right.
So I'd love to hear more about the KSU music scene, actually.
Yeah.
I will hook you up with people. We'll get you guys on board with these people, mentor them, perhaps.
Sure.
You know, do you guys? We've had. I'll like shoot a couple names. See if you heard of Dogwood. You ever heard of Dogwood?
I've heard of them.
Okay, we've had them on. Dogwood's a lot of fun. You guys might not have heard of Colo because I think they're in like West Virginia. Yeah, they're a little bit more out. Right.
Oh, that's cool.
They came down. That was our first recording here. Actually, they came down from West Virginia, not for the recording,
Dang.
but they came here and did that as well.
Cool.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'll go ahead and introduce. Welcome, everybody. This is the Creator Chill Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Watson. We're here in the Owl Radio Station, and I'm joined here with Bad Guru. Give it a little round of applause, guys. We got Bad Guru. So we got Sierra,
Quinn.
and I had it. Ethan.
There you go.
Boom.
Yay.
Sarah, Quinn, and Ethan. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Doing great. Happy
Right?
to be here.
You guys want to introduce yourselves? Let us know who you are, what you do.
Sure. I'm Sierra Crow. I'm the vocalist of Bad Guru.
My name's Quinn Brophy. I play drums for Bad Guru.
Okay.
Ethan Bilkert, guitar.
Guitar. Just guitar.
For who?
Bad Guru.
Okay.
For the
We have
avoidance
to-
of doubt.
You have to put as many Bad Guru seeds in these people's
Yeah,
minds so that
yeah.
they'll
Bad Guru, Bad
stream
Guru,
about
Bad
it.
Guru.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
there you go. That's 1,000 followers right there, dude. Boom.
Perfect. Manifest.
I had to point this out. Your last name is Brophy.
Correct.
Do people ever like make jokes with your last name?
All the time.
Yeah. I clocked that the second you said it. I was like, oh yeah, Brophy.
That was basically my first name in high school was Brophy, basically.
So who started the band? Or was this a collective, like we all got together and just formed it at the same time? Or was there like one person who's like, I've got an idea?
It's a great
It
question.
was a mix.
Sierra, do you want to?
Yeah, so the legend tells we were in college, all for various reasons decided to take a guitar class for funsies.
Love guitar.
I had a
class.
few extra credits, so why not? And then when we were there, it was our other guitarist, Quinn, and I, and just kind of picked up that maybe one of them already knew the guitar and maybe was looking for an easy A, potentially.
Yeah, and it was not me or Sierra.
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps Ethan?
No, it was actually,
No.
so it was Joey, our other guitarist who wasn't here.
Two
But,
guitarists. Okay.
Joey and I were friends, and we went to Georgia College together.
Oh, okay.
And we were playing music together a lot at the time. And we're like, oh, we're going to take a beginner guitar class. And then we met Sierra, who was interested in like forming a band. So
Yeah. Found him outside after one day and was like, we started talking about what kind of music we like, and one thing led to another, and I'm jamming at their house the next week. So it's
Yeah.
divine coming together. And then Ethan,
But that was prior iteration, not Bad Guru. It
Correct.
was Midnight Royalty.
yes.
that was our college band. So that was Sierra and I and Joey and a couple other guys at Georgia
Okay.
College. But
So reverse it back even further a
Yes.
couple years. And
Okay.
Quinn and Joey and I were in high school. Quinn and I went to the same high school. Joey went to Blessed Trinity, same area.
Know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep. So Quinn was the new guy. He got some clout because his last name was Brophy.
Of course.
So naturally he got integrated into the high school pretty quickly.
I was going to ask if that helped you get into the band. And now I feel like that's actually true.
I don't think it hurt. But I was like the new guy sophomore year high school.
It was a talking point.
yeah.
and
right.
people are like, oh, who's this Brophy kid?
And he
But
is
anyway,
a bro.
He's
yeah.
Brophy.
Definitely a bro.
So I don't know how exactly Quinn and I met, but I knew Quinn. Quinn and I knew Tyler. Tyler's this big guy, big personality, who got me into guitar, and he knew Quinn. Just mutual connection. I guess we started jamming at one point at Quinn's house, and Quinn's family, they're great because they have a drummer in the basement, and they let everybody come over to jam. So we started jamming that, and then we
In high
needed
school.
a bassist. Yeah, this is high school, so we needed a bassist, and then we had a mutual friend who was like, I know this guy who goes to Blessed Trinity who's really into music and plays bass. And so that's how we met Joey. So Joey played bass in the high school band. That was Distraction.
You know what else though? Apparently Joey did not play bass. He just played guitar. But our mutual friend thought he played bass, and he just kind of went along with it to play in the band with us.
Did he? When did you
Guys,
find out he
dedication.
didn't play bass?
Very recently.
Recently.
Yes, he was like, "Oh, by the way, I've never really played much bass."
I think he just owned a bass.
yeah, he just owned a bass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like having a guitar and your mom be like, yeah, I play guitar. Yeah.
But let's be
It's
honest,
the first step, at least.
Right. Yeah.
it's a bass though. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I
Got a
was like,
lot
let's trash on bassists right now.
No, I got a lot of respect for bass as a drummer, rhythm section. We hold it down, but
But anyway, to
Anyway.
bring it full circle, so we were all in Atlanta. We'd all graduated from college at this point, and then I think it was just like I was bored, like corporate job. I was
Right.
like, I got to do something like with my friends. So I just texted Quinn. I was like, hey, you be interested in jamming, getting the band together, whatever, right? And that I think one thing just kind of led to another, and I don't know. We sort of formed Bad Guru at Ormsby's on the west side 6 years ago.
Yeah,
6
that's
years.
crazy.
Wow,
Yeah.
guys.
yeah.
So I guess that leads me to my next question. Obviously, like first poll, how many bands, and this can be we said we're going to make a band and we played for one show and then disband, or we literally just performed in the garage. How many bands were you each in before you were actually in Bad Guru? Anything?
0.
0?
So I've been playing in bands. So I started playing drums in middle school.
Right.
And I was in a band like ever since middle school,
Right.
through high school, through college. So I was at Georgia College, played with Sierra. I transferred to UGA.
Mm-hmm.
In UGA, I was in like 3 or 4 different bands,
Oh, there you go.
including
Red Hot Chili Peppers cover band with Tyler.
Awesome.
we did
From
like
the
yeah,
high school days.
yeah. But I've been playing in bands like for a long time. I've probably been in like 10 bands, but Bad Guru,
10
it's been my
bands.
favorite
He's a
by
band
far.
hoe.
And a band, exactly, a band hoe. That's what I was going to say.
That's what everyone says.
And Ethan, are you a band hoe or did you?
Let's see, we had the high school bands and then the college band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers cover band. And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of seemed to get the itch, Ethan, once we graduated college. You were like, let's do this.
Yeah, I didn't play guitar for like, I don't know, 4 years probably.
Yeah. Well, I guess that the reason I asked is because like there's obviously like when you're like a beginning musician, you're kind of like traveling between bands. You do like little things are happening, but to get a group together who are dedicated to the mission for one band, that's a little bit rare. So like, what made Bad Guru different in this group to where you guys were dedicated to it, practicing and going to shows? What made this a legit thing for you guys?
I would just say like it really helps that we're all really good friends.
Right.
I feel like it could be tough to get together with some people you don't really know. I mean, of course that happens, but we're all really good friends, and I think we're all like passionate about playing music,
Right.
which keeps us wanting to come back and continue to do it. Weekly practices, can be a bit of a burden sometimes, but we love it so much, so it doesn't feel like a burden at all.
Right. Right.
Just go hang out with your friends.
Mhm.
Sometimes when I'm not feeling motivated to go to practice, I'm like, we're just going to go hang out. And then it gets me there.
Yeah, I think it's like the reprieve from the everyday. Because we started this when all of us had graduated, post-grad life. It's good, but the first couple of years are different. And I think that because we all have a thing like this, the band is, one element of our lives, but at the same time, it's not like our lives are as fluid as they were when we were younger, in the sense of like, when you're going through high school, you form a high school band. It's like everyone's going to a different college or has different plans for after college. And then when you're in college, you move every like 2 years or 1 year, right?
Right.
And you might transfer schools. And so I think for us, it was like, we all have friends and family here in general. I don't think anybody had ever had plans to like move to a different city or anything. So we're all local here. And, I think because of that, like, we started this at a point when we were all, had some sort of stability to a degree in our own lives. Like that, I think has boded well for continuity over time.
Right. And that's a good thing to point out. I was like, the fact that you guys are, went through high school, went through college, and now are living adult lives with professional careers, right? And that the fact that you're still able to dedicate time to do this. Like, I think that's really cool. Because in college, like, it's easy. I mean, like, you're on campus 24/7 if you're living on campus, and you just find music people, you join a club or something like that, and then boom, it's like, well, yeah, you might as well start a band. You're spending all your time together, right? So tell us about the music you have out there and kind of, what do you have out there? What music do you have out there to offer to the people?
We got 2 albums.
Okay.
Our first one's self-titled Bad Guru, and our second one's called Love and Fear Me. We released that last year. I don't remember what month it was. And now we're working on our third.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 albums total.
We're in the midst of the
2
third.
plus.
So
Yeah.
just
Okay.
2.
Well, we do have 2 full albums, on
2 full
Spotify.
Yeah.
You can find it on every streaming service.
We were
Your
talking about
choice.
this a little bit before because I asked you what your genre was and I asked you what I described it.
Mhm.
So tell me what you said your description was to your genre, like the sound.
Well, we love that you said cinematic. That was your guess.
Right.
That totally makes us feel good. We've kind of settled on psychedelic grunge.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
I don't really
know.
know what psychedelic means, but I know what's usually associated with, and I'm like, that sounds right.
Yeah.
It's like a vibe.
Yeah.
Like a psychedelic
It's kind of
vibe.
it's just this like the soundscape of the music.
Yeah.
Does psychedelic
We laugh.
have something to do with like being high?
You could say that, yeah.
Okay. So are people high when they're enjoying your music? I'm kidding.
Well, we
They
want
can
If
them
they
be.
want to be.
If they,
hopefully our music makes them feel a certain type of way.
Yeah.
right.
We wanna make
They
people
don't with that,
feel
no
that.
extra stuff, just
Right.
pure.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
feel-
absolutely.
I do feel like it's kind of hard to describe your own genre. Like I feel like a lot of bands probably
Well,
struggle with that.
and I have the bad tendency because I don't like doing this. Like I say this and then I like cringe, and I'm like, because sometimes I'll ask people like, who would you compare yourself to?
Mm.
And as much as I think it's good if you're trying to explain to somebody who maybe doesn't know anything about music what you are, like maybe you say psychedelic grunge and they're like, I have no idea what that means.
Mhm.
And they could ask you guys like, who would you associate yourself with? But again, you're not the cover band for another band. You're your own unique thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know, like, do you get asked a lot, like, what would you say you're similar to?
Yeah. It's
We
it's
do.
not a bad question. I feel
Not a horrible
like
question.
because we joke about it a lot because people will always make parallels just because I'm a female vocalist that I sound like every other rock female vocalist, even
Paramore.
though we
Yeah,
definitely don't.
Evanescence, yeah.
Yes.
You know, okay.
Yes. Every girl singer is Evanescence and Paramore in a lot of people's eyes, which is cute. It's fine. I mean, wow, what a compliment. But
That's really funny that y'all say that, because like I was listening to you guys, and I didn't necessarily I wasn't necessarily saying like this is Paramore, but I was like, I wonder if people make that connection, because I guess the dynamic does have a little bit of similarities, but
Yeah.
you don't sound like.
Well,
Valentine,
to be
I
fair,
guess.
it is a compliment. I mean, Paramore was super good.
It's an undeserved compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in theory we could just pick out a terrible band and be like, you sound like
Yeah.
them, and then
yeah,
you're just
that
like,
would be worse.
But
we get Tool a lot.
Tool a lot, and what I've been doing more is asking some people in the crowd after we play, like, oh, like, what do you think? Like, what do you think we kind of sounded like? Because it's a hard question for us to answer.
Mhm.
Like, if you listen to us, like, I want to know what you think. I asked someone after we played at the Athens Porch Fest, and they said Soundgarden,
Yeah.
which I really
Ooh.
liked that.
yeah.
Which is
yeah.
female-fronted Soundgarden, of course, but thought that was a huge compliment.
I think maybe where they're making a correlation with that is more of like the what you add to your music instead of just vocals and just kind of the regular guitar or the regular rock music where it's just instruments, drums, right? where it seems like you guys are adding a lot of stuff to it. I can tell you exactly what you're adding, but it sounds like there's a little bit of like extra added to it.
And people are like commenting on what that extra spice they're noticing.
Right.
through
And
their
that's where
lines.
Soundgarden kind of, I guess, is that similarity, I guess.
Yeah. We've been told like we have a really unique sound too, which I think is a huge compliment.
Right.
Yeah. we aim
And you
for
guys
that.
said, I said you guys sounded cinematic. It does sound cinematic. And you guys were kind of like, oh, that's what we're looking for. What do you guys mean by that? Is there like, would you guys do a movie soundtrack? Would you guys do that?
We would definitely do one.
I love that idea.
We've been dying to get on a truck commercial. Any
A truck commercial?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
like a Ford truck commercial?
Like a
Ford
truck's driving
trucks.
in the desert, and it's like down. I don't know.
Chevy
we have a
chicken
lot of
enchilada.
Well, we made our own actually on Instagram
Oh, wait, like
with one of our songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, it
I
was
didn't
perfect.
find this. Oh my gosh. How did I miss that?
Yeah, it's probably a little buried in the other reels, but
Can we put this in the video?
sure.
Just
Yeah.
like,
Do you ever lick the bottom of your boots because you need something salty and that leather just quenches your thirst? Men like us need a truck to show how tough we are. A brand new 2024 Chicken Enchilado by Chevrolet lets the world know that guys like us don't need to be secure in who we are as people to look like a stone cold badass. Because we don't need or have the vocabulary to do it ourselves. Yep. That's why Tough Truck Month 2023 is starting hot. So go down to your local dealer now and tell them Pork and Beans sent you to get no APR for your first 6 monthly payments. Stay tough.
But so the second album, cinematic, was really the goal, and it was just the way that it flows and it fits together, and it was meant to be listened to top to bottom in a way that ebbs and flows like you're watching a movie.
tells a story.
Yeah.
And anybody that's passionate about something, I think, has this experience. But you get hyper fixated on your project, and then you have a story. Not only the story that you wrote the songs about, but you have the vibe of what the instruments are giving, and that turns into a greater story with movie level intricacies and complexities. So yeah, and we tried to weave our album 1 story that we have in our minds with our album 2 story. So yeah,
I listened to one of your songs, and I'm listening to it, and it has such a hype up melody to it for almost the first half of the song, and you get to it, and I was like, wow, this is like, so it is very cinematic, and because you guys add a lot to it. My question is, because you're talking about like how you're inspired by stories and how you have where do you guys start? Because I know some people start with a beat, some people start with a melody, some people start with the lyrics, some people start with a story, some people start with a message. Where do you guys start?
Riffs, jams.
yeah, the
Jams.
jam, birthed from the jam always.
Yeah.
And are these just kind of like you're just playing around and you're like, boom, we got one?
It's a very
No.
no. It's
No.
I feel like it is. Like, we know pretty instantly if that jam has potential to become
Yes.
a song.
That's
it takes a
true.
long time to get from jam with potential to finished song, though.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I feel like there was like a Tame Impala podcast or quote. I don't know. Kevin Parker was talking about his songwriting process. He's like, sometimes it can take years for you to just be like in the right headspace to just like finish the song, and then it's done.
Right.
And I feel like that's kind of how it's worked with us a lot in the past. Is had some stuff forever, and then at some point we play it together, and it just clicks, and then like it's all of a sudden it's just done.
Who winds you guys together? Who's the glue? Who's the guy who's kind of like going off on tangents the whole time? And who's the one who's kind of like, just like, tell me what to do? Who's locked in on the mission?
I know the first two. I feel like you're the glue, Quinn.
Yeah.
He's where we practice. His wife does all of our social media and photography, and they apply to like all the shows and stuff. So they do that very, very necessary, very appreciated organizing and planning and reminding and hyping up, and keeps us grounded when we have disagreements and stuff. So I would say That would be my vote. And then we all know who the tangent person is, right?
You?
Oh,
No.
wow.
No.
I
I would
don't-
say Joey.
Yeah.
Joey, if you're listening to this,
No comment.
they're
What
tired.
it depends
of it,
on how
man.
you define tangent. I mean, what does that mean?
I don't even know what that means.
Tangent is like, hey, it's like the glue, the guy who's like, hey, I have this great idea. What do you think? Can you try this? And he's just over here like scrolling. He's like cracking jokes. He's like, he's a member of the band that you need. But you're like, okay, we got to focus.
That's fair. We need Joey. He's a great guitarist. Writes tons of our riffs. I mean, honestly, like I think we're all kind of in our own way, like a glue person for the band. Like we
Right.
all kind of bring something to the
Right.
band, and we all, rely on each other to do what we do. But yeah, shout out to my wife Olivia for running our
Yes.
socials and applying to places for us, and
Shout out Olivia.
yeah, shout out.
Now, another question I have. You guys have performed in a lot of shows probably at this point, 6 years. So you guys are well versed. Where's your favorite place you've gone? And like, what's your favorite moment from one of the shows? Maybe a defining moment of you guys' band career.
Oof.
That's a tough one.
Good
So you
question.
think about it.
First one that comes to my mind would be hitting the trifecta at Masquerade.
Oh, I've heard so much about the Masquerade. I've
It's the
heard
best.
That's all I hear about when we interview bands, because it is like the pinnacle in my eyes of rock music in the Atlanta area.
For
Yeah.
Any sort
sure.
of rock music.
Yeah.
For sure.
So tell us about your experience at the Masquerade.
Oh, we love it. We have a pretty good relationship. It's kind of like our home pad, so to speak. So we're in a position where they kind of reach out to us if there's some really cool, bigger bands coming through that they think we'd be a good match to open for.
Mm-hmm.
So makes it really, really easy for us to just say yes. But,
Right.
they've got the lights and they've got the great sound, which
Mhm.
we really, really need. Our band in particular is extremely loud. So, and we got a lot going on with pedals and all sorts of stuff. So
Right,
a
right.
good sound guy or
And to
girl.
the cinematic point too, it's like you don't want to watch a movie on like a small
Right, right.
iPhone screen, right?
Right.
Certain movies, right? And I feel like that's us. It's just when you have the whole experience and bigger stage and the lighting.
Yeah, you want that stage. You want that place where you can give people the full experience.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because that's where I was going to lead in my next question was, how do you think your music is best digested? Do you think it's best over the radio or over headphones in person? What do you think?
Live.
Definitely live for sure.
Live
Yeah.
at the Masquerade.
Like, at the Masquerade, if you're
Yeah.
not there, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
I'll say one thing too. Like for me personally, being able to open for one of my favorite bands, Slow Mosa.
Mhm.
Mm.
Have you ever heard of Slow Mosa?
I haven't, but I will listen to them immediately.
Check them
afterwards.
out. They're from Norway.
okay.
They're actually coming to the Masquerade.
Oh, really?
In April, but we were able to open for them last year, which was like I'd been listening to them for a while. Like all of us in the band were listening to them, and Masquerade emailed us about opening for them. It was like just incredible.
They went to the Masquerade from Norway.
It was
Wow.
their first U.S. Tour, first time in the U.S. for them. But it was just amazing, like being able to talk to them, like
Mhm.
some of my music idols right now, like
Yeah.
who I'm into currently. So
Yeah.
that's my own personal highlight musically.
And don't forget, maybe for the listeners, if anybody's in music and listening to this, Quinn, we had to do a little convincing, but Quinn messaged them he DM'd them on Instagram,
True.
Ooh,
and
you slid into their DMs.
yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
totally slid, and it actually worked. We sealed the deal, so to speak. So
Yeah, I would recommend any band, like if you are, maybe if there's some smaller bands you're into that will look at the DMs, because, if you're maybe messaging, Chapel Roan or something, she might not see it. But I messaged them, hey, like, let us know. And they liked the message, like, oh, we'll let you know, blah, blah, blah. So
Wow.
it was just really amazing.
I slide into a lot of bands' DMs. I do that a lot.
Hmm.
And I sometimes, man, I should not phrase it like that. That sounds so strange.
Well,
With-
honestly, though, I mean, it feels like the best way to go about
Yeah.
networking with other. I mean, you book
how we do
you book. I don't book shows, but you book shows like all the time,
Right.
just from Instagram.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's a good tool. Like,
Mhm.
and you think you're like, oh, well, they're not going to respond. They're like a profesh show.
that's what we
Mhm.
thought.
Right.
We were wrong in the best way.
Yeah. A lot of people, like, especially with this, they feel like some people, like, it's cool. I really like what we get to do here because it's kind of like what you mentioned with the smaller bands.
Mhm.
It's like, I don't know if you guys vision yourself as a smaller band because I don't. Like, from my perspective, I mean, y'all guys might not be like the biggest band of all time, but you guys are a professional seeming band. You guys walk the walk. I mean, that's what you guys seem like.
Thank
And
you.
because you guys seem very professional, very put together. You prepared for the questions before they came. What the heck? Nobody
Did our
does that.
homework.
And but then I get to have a lot of interaction where there's very small beginner artists on here, and then artists who are like who are again, I would say 6-year band. You guys seem put together, and then to hear you guys having your own little, which you guys would phrase as like a small band to big band experience. Like,
Yeah.
I think
That's not offensive at all. I mean, it's less
Yeah,
about
thank you
the
so much.
size and more about like experience maybe.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So, yeah, and that way maybe we're a huge band.
When
Yeah.
you guys have fans, you guys have
Yes.
fans.
We do have some fans. Yeah.
So
That's
tell us about your fans.
That's also that is another moment that stands out to me in our thing is like when we have gotten real fans that like organically found us, that came to our show for the first time, like drove an hour to come see us, bought some merch. That feels so epic.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it goes beyond just like your friends and family showing up to shows, like
Yeah.
that was an interesting
The
change.
same 6 people
Yeah.
become
Right. Yeah.
7.
right.
I feel kind of bad like bugging your friends all the time and
Yeah.
fam, hey, can you please come to our show?
Mom, we
Like,
got another show. We need you.
yeah, it's a necessary stage, but yeah, it's nice to get out of that. Shout out to one of our big fans, Akeem, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He helps us get shows and
Look at the camera.
oh, yeah,
Look at the
Akeem,
camera.
shout out to you. We love you. And he does photo shoots for us and things. He's awesome.
Yeah, you guys have good photos. I was
Thank
about to
you.
say, like, the photos, that's another thing. That is
Olivia
a big
too.
thing. The social media looks great. I
Thank
was like
you.
looking at it, I was like,
Olivia.
I'm a little envious, not gonna lie. All the photos look great. It makes it seem like this is like, they're good photos, honestly.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, she does a
Uh,
great job.
Yeah, that's my wife, and she does have a
My
photography
wife.
business. So
Olivia?
Yeah,
Yes.
shout
Shout out Olivia.
shout out
again.
Olivia.
out her
It's
Instagram.
Obro Photography.
Okay, dang.
If
All
you-
right.
for all
Do
your-
we need to have her on the podcast?
Probably.
Yeah, we
You should,
You
yeah.
should, yeah.
I haven't had enough photographers.
Yeah.
I like talking to photographers. I
Yeah,
do.
she'd be great, and she does our booking basically too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys, besides the Masquerade, have you guys traveled any distances to go to shows?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your furthest distance you've gone?
Furthest. I would need to see a map for that.
Memphis.
Yeah,
Get the map.
Memphis.
I'm
yeah,
joking, there's
where's
no
the map? No, just kidding. Memphis was pretty good. We've done North Carolina, so
Okay.
that's been like probably my favorite to go to. So we've done Charlotte, Boone, North Carolina, which is
That's a very North Carolina sounding town.
It's a long way for one night. It was
It's
a lot of
But it
fun.
was an
It was
epic,
great.
epic show.
So
Yeah.
Boone is have y'all heard of App State?
Yep.
Yep. So that's the college town
Oh.
associated with it. Yep.
Oh.
App State's in Boone.
That sounds so on par for
Yeah.
App State. Oh my
It's-
gosh. Okay.
It's awesome. I would recommend like anyone go check it out. But we played at this place called Betsy's Barn. Shout out Betsy's Barn.
Another App State, absolutely on par.
So
Okay.
we did that last. It was like the beginning of the school year last year. So
Yeah, it
in
was
the
August.
fall. Yeah, August. Yeah. We played at this place called Betsy's Barn. It's literally a barn that this guy basically turned into a music venue.
That's
It's
awesome.
an amazing sound, and they have this other guy. Shout out Splat Daddy. He does
Great name.
he does the lights. Like
Mhm.
he does lights at a lot of different places, but he did it for this show for us. But basically, we had a bunch of college students come out there and see us play, and it was like an amazing show. And then we camped. So we had tents, and we camped
wow.
the night.
And it
Yeah,
was a bunch of
At the barn?
App State
correct.
kids and students, and they definitely blew the stereotype of Gen Zers not dancing out of the water.
They brought
Yeah,
that
they brought
energy.
They were going hard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were rocking.
So
Is
you
that a
guys
Gen Z
gotta-
stereotype? Really?
Huh?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
One thing you have to identify to the audio listeners: these are millennials. So I know you're probably
Mhm.
thinking, "All right, I got to turn this
That's
off." No, I'm
cringe.
joking.
I don't see. Are you? Do you consider yourself a millennial?
Yes.
Gen X over there?
Yes, I am definitely a millennial.
Are you Gen X? Why?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, it's something I don't know.
No.
Barn sounds awesome.
It was the best show. And then we done Knoxville, which was cool.
Okay, like a University of Tennessee.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
and then we done Nashville, which was very
Vanderbilt?
cool too.
Or-
Yeah,
Okay,
hitting
I was-
all the college towns. No, we are trying to do like college towns and
Yeah,
stuff.
no.
What am I missing? Any?
Birmingham. Did you
Alabama.
talk about Birmingham?
Birmingham. Yeah. What is that? Alabama, University of Alabama. It's
Tuscaloosa.
UAB.
now
Birmingham.
UAB.
Oh,
yeah.
oh yeah, UAB. Yeah, yeah.
The
yeah.
Blazers, or I don't even know. But
Yeah, they're like a dragon.
Shout out to
sign.
the Nick in Birmingham.
yeah, shout out to Nick.
Okay.
But yeah, we
okay.
try to do like Southeast and like try to go to the same cities to try to like build a following there.
Right.
So we'll probably go back to these places, and then, maybe we'll branch out. Maybe later this summer. We've
Tell them our new plans.
well,
New
this
plans.
is new to you too, Ethan. But we've discussed maybe trying to do a show in New York City,
Ooh, that would be sick, wouldn't it?
in
That'd be sick.
Buffalo. We actually played with a band. Shout out King Falcon.
Okay.
They're from Buffalo. We played with them at Smith's Old Bar. Y'all ever go to Smith's?
No. I have
Shout out
not.
Smith's Old
Great
Bar.
venue as well.
That's one of the top Atlanta venues too, I would say. But they're from New York. We networked with them basically, and hopefully we could play a show with them up there too.
And we want to do a Florida tour this year as well.
Yeah, do that in the summer. Yeah, go to like Panama City and stuff like that.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Though the problem is there's gonna be a lot of old people, a lot of
Yeah.
old
We don't
retirees.
care.
We might fit
We
right
take
in.
them all.
What's your favorite audience? Because you go to a lot of college towns. You guys like going to college students?
College students have the most energy and the most. You guys are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and like full of opportunity and spice for life and
Mirth and whimsy.
mirth and
And youth.
youth.
Just like you guys.
Yeah, thank
Slowly
you.
drain out of you with every conversation.
But then there's the older dads who will just like chill in the back, and then they come up to you and at the stage afterwards, and you're like, you guys are sick, and then they're like, they're your fans forever. At that point.
yes, they give like very genuine compliments. Like they pay a lot of attention, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
probably heard a lot of crappy bands in their life. So
I think one of my favorite things is dads, like 40 to 50-year-old dads who like rock music. Probably one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah.
Why are you
I
looking at me?
discovered my dad likes rock music more like recently. Shout out my dad if you're listening. We'll get in the car every time because most of the time it's just like prime country, right? My parents are Southern. They like country music. And then every now and then you'll get in and it's like Weezer playing and a lot of 90s alternative. I'm like, this rocks.
Heck yeah.
And my mom's like, this sucks. But I'm like, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I've gained some of the most music taste from my dad. So,
Agreed.
Me
shout out to my
too.
dad. So I do just imagine some like 40, 50-year-old dude with a long beard, maybe a beer belly, sitting in the back holding a beer, maybe sunglasses and a trucker hat on, just watching. And just sits there the whole show. And then he's like, you guys are pretty good. You know, there's one place, correct me if I'm wrong, you have not played at KSU yet.
No, and I was very curious to know. I saw like
We did Pigs and Peaches. That doesn't count, but
I
Definitely
was
was
doesn't
in
count.
the same
Kennesaw.
area.
Yeah, we did Pigs and Peaches.
Do y'all even
Barbecue
know what that
Fest.
is?
No. What is
No?
that?
We
Explain.
should.
Let's dive into this.
How do you not know?
It's like a
No, I'm kidding.
Kennesaw barbecue festival, right?
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
a
Well, yeah.
Oh, they probably
yeah.
know.
They're going like this. Like,
yeah.
You have
The
okay.
producers know.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
I know.
Yeah.
I have a confession. I'm actually not from Kennesaw. I'm from Waleska, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cool.
You
Nice.
guys know where that is?
yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen it on a map.
Okay.
like south
hey,
of Dalton,
that's a
right?
start.
Is it
Yeah.
like just south of the Rome? Is it up by Rome or no?
No.
No.
I'm gonna be honest now. It's really there's not really anything close to it besides Canton. If you know where
Okay,
Canton
Oh,
is,
yes.
yeah.
then it's
Okay.
close to
All
Canton.
right.
It's not
Yeah,
too
it's like north
far.
of Canton.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Just north of Canton. Anyways, enough about where I live because I'm not about to dox myself on this
Yes.
show.
Yeah, be careful.
This is why I'm not trying to make enemies. Enemies.
Anemones.
Okay, but we're gonna get you guys in the show here. I worked my butt off to make that happen.
That'd be great.
100%. This semester.
Please, we would love to.
I actually saw a video on Instagram like maybe a couple of months ago at this point, but there was like a crazy show
Yes.
going on KSU's campus.
Again, shout out to Owl Radio. If I haven't said Owl Radio enough, we had our final battle of the bands at Hootie Harvest because we're the Owls, of course. Hootie everything.
Nice.
And yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. You know, the other battle of the bands they performed pretty well. You know, but this one was like outrageous. Like there were
Nice.
people everywhere.
So how would
That
y'all
was-
describe the KSU music scene?
I honestly, I feel I feel not in the right place to really honestly explain it, but I'm going to do my best to represent the Kennesaw music scene. It's honestly like there's a lot of mixtures of everybody here. I mean, I only know the KSU. I'm only going to say KSU because there's a lot of bands and stuff like that. There's a lot of punk, but of course I only interact. There's a lot of punk, especially with the Owl Radio group, and a lot of grunge, a lot of rock alternative, stuff like that. We did have a jazz group perform. Shout out to them. If they're listening to this, please, we want you on the podcast. I want you on the podcast. Anyways, though. But I think you guys would fit in perfect. Like, genuinely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Like,
we
that'd
would
be
love to
great.
play.
Yeah.
And you guys found out about us just purely out of... Did I reach out to you guys, or did you guys reach out to me? I don't actually remember.
I'll have to text my wife and ask her.
Let's get her
You
on the
mean,
phone
Yeah.
right
Olivia
now.
would know.
manager.
I
Wait.
think y'all might have reached out, but I think we had followed you and we had like seen the, your interviews on Instagram and stuff. And yeah.
I kind of want you to call her right now. I'm going to be honest.
Ha!
Do you think if you
Okay.
called her right now, she'd answer?
I think she's actually in a class right now. She does a lot of like fitness classes. Yeah. So she probably can.
Tell her to quit the fitness class for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah,
Yeah.
when you guys leave, please go up to the Strappy statue. Maybe give him a hug. He needs it.
Is it
Strappy?
good luck?
Scrappy.
Oh, Scrappy.
Scrappy. You don't know Scrappy?
I don't know Scrappy. Is it the owl?
Yeah, it's the owl. His
Okay.
name's Scrappy.
Are we doing it to help Scrappy's mental health, or is there
Yes.
some sort of power you gain from doing that?
I'm sure there's a little bit of both. I'm sure you'll be like blessed in some way from the experience.
Okay.
And you talk about mental health because I do know a little bit about your career. Do you want to talk about your career? Because you guys have jobs outside of this.
Don't do
Yeah.
it. Don't get a job.
Well,
Don't get
their
a job.
We'll
jobs.
talk about Sierra.
Their
I'm
jobs
kidding.
are really boring, so we'll skip that part.
Got it.
They work with numbers. Ew.
Are you both accountants?
Correct.
Wow.
we do different things though.
Okay, different accounting. But for you, since we were talking about mental health, do you want to talk about your
Yeah,
career?
I'm a therapist by day, good guru by day, bad guru by night,
Okay.
and
Good
yeah,
guru by day.
Well, that
it
kind of helps.
inspires-
Impact
It
the band
inspires
name.
my music lyrically a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, maybe we should switch this up. Maybe I need to get like a long chair, and you have like an armchair.
Yeah.
And we'll have a little therapy
Lay-
session
lay
mid thing.
prone. And
What's
we'll
on
talk
your
about your
mind?
mommy
Yeah,
issues.
yeah, my mommy.
She bills by the hour though, so
Yeah.
Okay.
We're already 150 deep.
Sheesh. Okay. Well, we'll cut that right out of the club budget. We'll just be
Yeah.
like, Tyler had therapy. Okay. School should cut this.
but that did help inspire the band name, right? Bad Guru.
I was gonna ask about the band.
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. The band name, I was reading Sadhguru, Inner Alchemy, Inner Engineering is the book. And we were trying to think of names. Wasn't loving all of our options, like Spaghetti Junction.
Spaghetti Junction. I do see it. I see
That's
it. Don't
good,
worry. I
right?
got it. But
I wasn't satisfied. So, yeah, it's more of like a spiritual book than necessarily psychological. But Sadhguru, it's like not a sad guru, like a bad guru. So,
bad guru.
yeah. But the concept is like, at least for me, it means a lot of things, of course. But I do kind of feel like a split sometimes between how I operate during the day versus night, even though I'm kind of talking about the same things. But with Bad Guru, I can kind of say those things without a lot of tact, I
Right.
could just kind of say it.
Well, so you go from two completely different environments and jobs in one day. I mean, you go like in the day, you're like, maybe you've got a suit, maybe you've got like a night. You got your more professional clothes, your business clothes. And then you're like switching like, okay, now it's time for like my creative expression time, I
Right.
guess, right? Hey,
Yeah.
and you're a therapist, you're talking to people, they talk about them, and then you get to go on stage and express you.
Yeah,
Right.
or express the insights that they've helped me come to by just being
Right.
themselves, being vulnerable.
Yeah.
I write a lot of lyrics about like the shadow self, so like Jungian type stuff. So it's kind of toying with paradoxes of humanity, trying to empathize with like the nastiest thing that it, like darkness, gross things, whatever in a human. It's hard, but I try and kind of wax on those, and then obviously the other side of that too.
Yeah, I encourage everyone to like look at our lyrics on Spotify because Sierra is a amazing lyricist. Very
She's a
deep
beast.
stuff. I don't know how she does it. I could never do that.
So you're mainly lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm getting that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be honest. I was listening, and that was another thing I tagged. As I was listening, I was like, okay, this isn't just like basic. Not to say it's bad, but it's like a lot of bands sometimes are more like, woke up this morning. I don't know. Like, it's very just kind of like not very deep into the story, very simple vocabulary, but it seems very like thought out. And it almost feels like you ever done writing? You gonna write a book at some point, perhaps?
Ooh.
Or poetry?
If I could complete projects, my life would be a lot easier. So
Maybe-
I don't know about a book.
I
We'll
think it's
start with
possible.
album 3 lyrics
Yeah.
and
Hey.
go from there.
keep her locked in.
Yeah.
Keep her,
Yeah.
we gotta
One
keep her
thing
here
at
now.
a time, cowboy.
Focus.
I would also kind of say, like, in terms of, we're in a band, we have jobs, but we're in a band. And I just encourage, like, college students, when you graduate, you're going to get a job and stuff, but try to hang on to your passions and do what you love to do, outside of your job. I encourage everyone to really follow whatever that is. Like for us, it's music, but it could be other forms of art. It could be playing some sports, or maybe you love
Right.
to cook. But I just encourage y'all, like, hey, don't, keep following what you want to do, even if it's not your full-time job. Like, just keep following
Yes.
whatever that is.
You can
Absolutely.
you can do both. You
Mhm.
really can.
It just takes
And
effort, really.
Your passion is not a coincidence, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
find
guys.
a way. Get yourself in the right circles. Take whatever risk you can. Have a witness to. Like, first, we were talking about how, like, what our inspiration for getting into music was last night, and he was saying, like, rock bands.
Well, yeah, I was always into music, right? But
Right.
Rock Band came out when I was in middle school, and my buddy already played guitar, so he's like, "I'm gonna play guitar in Rock Band." I was like, "Okay, I'll play the drums." I was like, "Wait, I'm actually like kind of good at the Rock Band drums. I'm gonna try actual drums," which is really
Ah.
cool for
I
me.
feel like that's
Yeah.
really relatable because I had that
Yeah.
experience too. Although all my friends were fighting over the singing part because we were all thespians. But
Guitar Hero got me into guitar.
I was gonna
So
ask.
there you
Guitar Hero,
go.
yeah.
It inspired
So-
a
Do you think
generation.
Guitar Hero and actually playing guitar though are like very similar or just kind of similar?
They're not similar at all.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I
but
mean,
it starts you to, like,
it gets you thinking, and you're like, oh, this is fun. Like, I had a blast playing Guitar Hero.
Right.
And then when Tyler was like, hey, do you want to borrow one of my guitars and like come over and jam? I was like, yeah, like that was the primer.
Yeah, it inspires you, and like honestly, Rock Band drums not like completely different.
Right.
Because the thing about drumming, it's like separating all your limbs, and
Uh-huh.
you do have to do that on Rock Band drums. So
Yeah.
it's not a big drum kit, but it's still the same movements.
it helps you to start opening up to the possibility that you could. Like, why not? Why not
Like,
you?
hey, I'm amazing
Yeah.
at Rock Band. I
You're like,
mean,
I like this feeling.
And
yeah.
then
And
you
it's
have
fun.
You have
Yeah.
your witnesses too, which I feel like are two really important steps to getting into something that's just like an idea versus something that you do or an identity that you take. Open up to the possibility, have somebody witness it, see what happens.
Mhm.
Get yourself in the right circle.
Right. Right.
Get around it more.
Do fun stuff with your friends.
Yeah.
Have friends.
Retweet.
Retweet.
Make the
Repost.
efforts to hang out with your friends.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah.
You can get caught up in your life and your job and stuff. I see people do that, but don't lose sight of what you really want to do and what's important in life.
Right.
Yeah. Don't let the system grip you.
Fight back against the man.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Consider it
Take
your
control.
rebellion.
Right.
That's your life force energy, creative things. That's like, it's a lot more than just being creative. It's your energy throughout
And that's
the day.
what the show is all about. As like when I started the show, I was like, okay, I always feel like I don't have time to go actually like do the stuff I want to do, right? I always feel like, there's always the limitations. Oh, I can't do this because I don't have the money. Oh, I don't do this because I don't have the time. But the one thing about that I felt like the show was like, what if everybody had a place to where I could just hype up their ego so much to where they didn't even consider the fact of quitting, right? And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say you guys are the greatest band of all time. Just calling it now. So when you guys have reached like 5 million followers on Instagram, don't forget about me.
You're the greatest host of all time.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
thank you
what-
so much.
Jimmy Fallon
and the
taking your
greatest
job.
team of all time.
This is a great team. Thanks to the team. Thanks to the team.
Shout out to
guys
the
are
team.
And it's 2026, guys. It's a new year, new you. What do you guys? What's the goal for the 2026? What's your plan?
We got
Get
New
the new
York
music
and
done.
Florida.
Yeah,
Got-
finish album 3.
Finish the album.
Finish the album.
I would say like just keep going. Like
Keep on getting.
Keep
on.
Don't
doing
need
it.
to reinvent ourselves.
don't
Yeah.
give up.
Right.
Like keep doing what we love to do.
Right. You kind of already gave inspiration already. You kind of already gave us a little bit of inspiration, honestly. But is there any other inspirational message you would give to the people listening and watching?
Kind of like I already said, but like just figure out whatever your passion is, you know, and just do that.
Right. Yeah.
Whoa.
Get a plan
Whoa, so deep.
and work
All
out
right,
on
cut
that
that out.
plan.
Cut that out.
Maybe-
Hey, I thought
That's
that
good.
was good.
That was good.
That was
That was
good.
good.
Maybe the
Easier said than done. Okay.
just yeah
do
to build off of that, anything that you can do to even get yourself microscopically closer to that thing that feels a little bit out of touch or intangible for you, like for what we were saying earlier, just taking like that I got all my classes done and had an extra few credits turned into me using that for guitar, turned into me talking to them, taking a risk, being a little awkward, whatever, going over to the band practice, jamming, hella vulnerable. But I don't know, just 100 little tiny things that got me closer and closer to this window of music, which turned into Bad Guru. So don't minimize anything that you do that brings you even inches closer to that. And I really do believe that those little things. So a lot of people spend most of their time doing very urgent, not important things, or like very urgent, important things, right? That's where
Right.
we spend so much of our time. But that little box, which is not urgent but very important to you,
Mm-hmm.
that's to me what brings people fulfillment. So
Yeah.
that's stuff like your hobbies or music, creativity. And it is hard to create a practice of it, for sure. That's one that I feel like a resource that might be good if you haven't heard of it. I think a lot of people talk about it, but The Artist's Way by,
Okay.
is it Julia Cameron, I believe, something like that. That has a lot of good practical exercises and stuff that you can go through to kind of help
Yeah.
that practice. Because it's not just about being creative, right? Then it becomes kind of difficult if you're not writing lyrics or something. Oh, am I not a creative? Am I not what I thought I was? But I think you always are. Being creative is your birthright. And so that book helps me get into the practice of just being a prolific creator, right? It's not about
Right.
the thing I have to work on a lot is like perfectionism, killing creative drive. So that's one of my 2026 goals to keep working on as well.
Yeah. I think you summed that up the right way. I think you did that right. Anything else you guys want to say? This is maybe shout out time if you want. Any shout outs you like to give?
I feel like I've given a bunch. Do you guys have any?
Meemaw, grandma,
I've got
peepaw.
shout outs for our next shows. Next show is January 24th in Milledgeville.
Okay.
Are y'all
Yeah.
familiar with the Bobcat
The
Nation?
Bobcat Nation.
Georgia College and State University.
no.
We're playing at their Bobcat Fest. It's like it's an all-day event with multiple bands
Okay.
and karaoke. So Milledgeville, a short drive from here. So come on out. It's like 2.5 hours, I think. But
I feel bad to burst your bubble here. This might not be out by then. But
Oh,
you
that's
know
fine.
what?
That's fine. If it's not,
Next year, if you're listening to this, next year there's probably going to be another one.
well, I
or-
do have one in Atlanta. Is Friday, February 27th.
It will be out.
There we
by
go.
then.
That'll be at,
Smith's Old Bar.
thank you, Smith's Old Bar. Shout out Smith's. We're playing with a band. We're playing with a band called Hooked Like Helen.
Okay.
So we're opening for them. We've opened for them before. They're awesome. They're a pretty big band, I would say. And they're pretty supportive of us. Like, they are always liking our stuff on Instagram, and they'll message us. But yeah, come to that
people.
February 27th.
All right,
Smith's
guys.
Old Bar.
Well, I want to thank you guys again. Thank you so much for being a part of this, okay? Because you are now a part of the Creators Table Network. You are now an official member of the Creators Table. So
Whoa.
congratulations.
Wow.
Let's go.
Are we gonna be able to like draw our name on it like
Yes.
that guru?
Does that mean we could
Literally,
say
yes.
hootie
Wow.
hoo
Nice.
with full confidence?
Yeah, Hootie,
now?
you got to do this to the camera. You go, Hootie hoo.
What do
Yeah.
we do?
You do this.
Hootie
It's like owl eyes.
hoo.
Yeah.
Hootie hoo.
I can't explain
Go
it. It's
owls.
just people do
Oh,
it.
it's
You wanna
owl
do that
eyes.
thing?
Yeah, I don't.
It's
I'm not
owl
gonna-
eyes, right? And
yeah,
they're
it's
little.
little owl eyes, and then whatever that is.
Owl is actually my spirit animal, so
So this is meant to be.
yeah.
That's what I am saying it is.
Wow.
Well, guys, thank you guys for listening. To the listeners, the initial listeners. If you're looking for any, links anywhere you can find their music, there's links will be in the description below, their Instagram, stuff like that. And yeah, you guys want to say goodbye to the listeners with me? Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you for listening.
Goodbye, listeners.
Thank you.